5 months postpartum update with my second baby, 5 months old. I would like to touch on today on my physical health, mental health, as well as baby milestones and toddler milestones. Stay tuned. Okay, so overall, this is how I look now. My back strong, I feel strong. Yeah. Belly. I've just had lunch, so this is not a very good idea. Okay, this is my belly. A bit less love handles compared to 4 months. I'm gonna try to find my 4 months postpartum update and put it here. Yeah. This is a 4-month postpartum update. This is the body of my 4 months old, actually turning for today 4 months. Okay, back, my bum and my muffin tops. Yeah. So this is the belly. I still have linea negra, muffin tops. I don't like. You still see this one here, and yeah. If I tense my belly, okay, don't see my belly anymore. But overall, I feel good and strong. My belly has a bit of loose skin, obviously, and it's still not flat, but I've never had a flat belly, so never. So I'm not sure how much better this is gonna get. I'm hoping my love handles are gonna get better, but my belly, I'm not sure. Okay, in the morning, usually you can see here the lines, but now because, again, I've had lunch, I'm a bit full. Okay, and also compared to my first pregnancy, where I didn't have any stretch marks, now I have a tiny bit of stretch marks here, but you can barely see them. Now you can only see probably just the marks from my trousers. Can barely see them. I'm really happy I don't have stretch marks otherwise. So that tells me I did something right during pregnancy not to have stretch marks, and also my genetics. In this respect is good. So that's my belly. My diastasis recti is almost healed. Is doing much better. I used to be able to fit 2 fingers here, especially here around my belly button, but now I feel much better. So again, I believe that my exercises that I do for diastasis recti and my overall exercises work. Coming back on the floor for a chat, and I scribbled here on a notepad. Normally I don't do this, but I scribbled here what I wanted to touch on today. So yeah, diastasis recti, healing well, I think probably better than in my first pregnancy, and I thought it would be much worse now second time round, but no, it's been better. It's actually been better. My diastasis recti has been healing okay. Surprisingly, as I've mentioned, I'm doing a lot of exercises both for my diastasis recti, but mostly overall strength exercises, cardio exercises, and actually not yesterday, the day before, I filmed my first leg workout, and I'm still sore from that day, so today's for me a rest day. And I'm not doing a lot of diastasis recti specific exercises. I have 3 of them that I'm rotating because I don't want to overcomplicate, and I don't have a lot of time to do lots of exercises. Plus, the other exercises that I'm doing, the strength ones, the cardio ones, they support my abdomen as well. Obviously, I'm doing everything possible not to let my abs dome when I'm doing different exercises. So, for example, if I'm doing anything chest presses, when I get up, I don't just get up, I just roll. Yeah, what can you do? I've been doing this for years now. I got used to it. What else? Pelvic floor. Yes, pelvic floor. I have another prolapse. I had a prolapse with my first pregnancy. It was a rectal one, and now I have the other type. What is called? What is it called? I have to look it up. I forgot. I'm not sure if it's, I just looked it up. I'm not sure if it's uterine or just anterior vaginal prolapse. Yeah, these usually get better once your period comes back, but mine didn't come back yet, and probably it won't come back for a while now because I'm breastfeeding. With my first, my period came back after 1 year and 4 months, something like that, because I was breastfeeding through the night a lot, which now I'm not because the baby is sleeping most of the nights. So probably my period is gonna come a bit earlier, and then I expect for my prolapse to get better. So I'm not really worried about it. I went to physio and I'm doing my Kegels, not so much lately, so I need to improve on that. But I need to keep on top of my Kegels as well, and hopefully it's gonna get resolved with time and the period coming back, because once the period comes back, then the hormones are going back to normal. This is what happened first time round. I was really worried about the prolapse because you feel, so what is a prolapse? It's a bulge coming out of your vagina, and the first time round I got really scared. I didn't know what it was. I thought that it was some sort of swelling because of my episiotomy, but no, it was just a prolapse, and I was looking it up. I got a bit scared and anxious, but with physio and my period coming back, it went back to normal. So this time around, I'm not worried. Plus, as my doctor said, 50% of women have prolapses after pregnancies. So what is normal? Having a prolapse or not having a prolapse? I don't know. But again, nothing to worry about. Hair loss, yes, still lots of hair loss. I started having heavy hair loss around 3 months postpartum, 2-3 months. I think it was sooner than the first time around 4 months. My hair really started falling out with my first, but now it started a bit earlier and it's falling out like this in handfuls of hair. And I know if it's your first time going through this, it might be scary, but it's okay. It's okay, because all of the hair that didn't fall out during pregnancy is now falling out, especially the hair that is weaker. So as you can see here, I have a lot of fine hair and a bit of a baldness, but I know it's gonna go back to normal. So now 5 months postpartum, I still have heavy hair loss, but I'm not too worried about it. I know it will go to normal at some point. Body odor, finally, after 4 or 5 months, I feel like my body is not smelling as bad anymore. And I'm talking here mostly about sweat, but also down below. It's not that bad anymore. For months, it felt like there was a dead animal down there. It was horrible. So I don't know why it lasted so much for me this time. I think the first time round it wasn't that bad, but this time it lasted quite a long time. A very unusual postpartum symptom that I haven't heard other women talking about or experience is having not necessarily constipation, but a very hard poo that creates anal fissures. It's very weird, but yeah, this is what happened to me this time around. It didn't happen to me the first time. And I had never had this issue before in my life. And it was so painful. I'm not joking, it was more painful than giving birth. And I had a very fast birth and very easy birth with him. 4 kilos and no tearing. In 1 hour I gave birth to him. So that's why my recovery overall has been quite easy. But I've experienced this pain like pooping glass, and I didn't know what it was to start with. And then I found out they were anal fissures, and I started taking laxatives in order to have softer stools, because they didn't want to give me the usual medication because I'm breastfeeding. And luckily this has improved my symptom. However, it hasn't disappeared. So now, even 5 months in, I'm taking laxatives, and sometimes I feel okay and I want to stop them. And when I do, and I don't take them 1 day, 2 days, I'm going back. And it's very annoying. I don't know if anybody experienced this before. Let me know. I'm curious. What happened to you? How long it lasted? How did you manage to solve this issue? Because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to stop taking them, and I don't want to mess up too much with my gut microbiome, because taking laxatives is not very good. Oh, someone farted. Let's talk libido. Yeah, not happening for me. I barely have any libido, but obviously I still need to maintain the relationship with my husband, and I'm trying to have maintenance sex at the moment. Mentally, I'm fine. I've had no postpartum depression. First time around, I didn't have postpartum depression either, but I had that rage, very big rage, especially in those first few weeks. Now I didn't have so much, only a bit in the beginning, but I think that it comes from partner resentment. It's that is real. Partner resentment is real, and probably I'm gonna talk more about it in a different episode because it deserves more attention. Otherwise, at this stage of my life, 5 months postpartum, I can say, yesterday I was thinking about it actually when I was in the park with my toddler and my baby, that this is the happiest I had ever been in my life. I know that I've mentioned before that my first pregnancy was the happiest that I had been up to that point in my life. And then probably my first postpartum period with my toddler was the happiest I had ever been in my life after the first 3 months or so. And now it's again the happiest time of my life, especially that I know that in a few weeks' time I'm gonna be back to work, and I'm not gonna be able to dedicate as much time to my children. So I'm just trying to savor every little moment with them. I want to eat them up all the time. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute. Let's bring him. Let's bring him over. He's just watching me. He's just wanting me. He's so happy. He's so happy all the time. He's such a happy baby. And my toddler is such a happy little boy. I think I'm doing something right by having such happy and healthy children. And this is my 5-month-old baby, who can now sit with support. He's meeting his milestones. He can roll from front to back, not from back to front, but he is always going on his side. What else can he do? He smiles and laughs a lot. He's really, really happy, and he's grabbing everything in his reach. Everything. If I'm holding a mug or something, if I'm holding him and trying to eat something, he's trying to grab it. And I don't know, it might be mistaken by him wanting to eat something, but I know it's not the case. He just wants to grab everything and mouth it. He's mouthing everything. Everything goes to his mouth. And I know that this is a milestone and he's healthy, and let him have whatever. And obviously I'm much more relaxed than I was with my first. I'm not obsessed about germs and everything. I wasn't with my first either, but in that case I was trying not to be obsessed. But now it's just natural. I don't stress about it at all. His weight is really good. I'm not sure how much he's weighing right now, but last time we went, he was on the 50th percentile, so completely average. I'm not worried at all about his weight. Look at him, he's such a big, chubby baby. And I didn't expect anything less considering he was born at 4 kilos. What else? Sleep. We had a bit of a 4-month sleep regression for a few days, a couple of weeks, I think, but now we're back to sleeping all night on most nights, which is really good. It's not something that I had with my first. My first was still waking up many times through the night up until he was around 1 year and 4 months old. But hopefully it's gonna be much easier for me going back to work if he sleeps through the night, because I have a long commute, stressful job, but yeah, a job that I enjoy nonetheless. I have to be fair about it. I am a bit looking forward to going back to work and having that social element as well. But mostly my heart is here with my children, and I hate that I have to use childcare and for such long hours. But there's nothing we can do. I'm fortunate enough to have been able to be with them for so many months on maternity leave. So what about my toddler? 2 years and 7 months old. Again, he's meeting all of his milestones. I think he's exceeding them. I think he's really smart compared to what I read, that the milestones are for this age. He really loves his puzzles and he's really good at them, and he's not doing just 6-8 pieces puzzles. He's doing 10, 12, 24, even 24 pieces puzzles, okay, with some help, but he's doing them. He's really clever. His vocabulary has improved a lot. He's talking so much all the time, and obviously he's now asking, what is this, what is that, which is normal again. He also started being more social. He started playing with other children rather than playing only alongside them, which has been happening until now. He displays a lot of independence. He wants to do things himself. He wants to put on his own trousers and socks. Sometimes he succeeds putting on his shorts, but not his socks. He's trying to put on his t-shirt as well, but it's not really managing. So that's again a milestone, and it's completely normal. He's also showing a lot of empathy, which I really love. So and he's been showing this for a very long time, actually since he was around 1 something. If he saw me a bit sad, low, he would come and cuddle up with me. He's a wonderful little boy. He's really amazing. Physically, he's doing very well as well. He's climbing, he's running, he wants to explore what his body can do. He's jumping, he can balance a bit on one foot, which is again a milestone, and walking backwards he can do that as well. And other 2 big things: sleep. He's sleeping quite well. Actually, I think he's going through a growth spurt because he's sleeping quite a lot. Now he's having his nap time, and he sleeps around 2 hours, and then during the night around 10-11 hours, which is really good. He rarely wakes up. So yeah, I'm happy. He doesn't eat much, which is why I think he's going through something, and I'm trying to make meal times more attractive by doing something like, oh, Egg is so sad. He's saying, Andreas, eat me, eat me, eat me, it's so sad. Oh, and he does it. But yeah, it needs a bit of effort. And the other big thing, potty training. We started potty training him when he was 2 years old, And only now, after 7 months, he's doing much better, barely any accidents. And poop, which was so difficult to conquer, finally we managed to reach a better stage where he can just go to the toilet and have his poop rather than going around and withholding it for hours and hours. But again, it deserves its own episode, potty training, because it's been an adventure. In a nutshell, I feel strong, I feel good. My body is starting to shed the baby fat, if you will. I'm feeling strong. I'm exercising, I'm going for walks. I love being outdoors, so I'm taking them out every day as much as possible. Daddy is at home as well with his Achilles tendon rupture. And anyway, we should have been in Romania now on holiday, but because he's not allowed to fly, we didn't go anywhere. However, we're enjoying our time together. We go here and there on short adventures, and I know that I will miss this time a lot. A lot. I know I will. Yes, and the baby is trying to speak all the time. He's doing and blowing bubbles, which is another milestone. Yeah, he's doing really good. Andreas, so my toddler, I remember that he started rolling a bit later than he did. Constantine started rolling at around 3 months infrequently, but now he's rolling very frequently. Yesterday he was basically, I was putting him on his front, he was rolling on his back all the time. So now he's doing it very frequently, whereas Andreas started rolling at around 4 months old, 4.5, and he wasn't doing it very frequently. So I think this one is very strong. It's very, very strong. I'm curious to hear your story, so let me know in comments what your life is now postpartum. I don't know, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, so that we can build a community and help each other and see what other moms are going through. Obviously, I have good days and bad days. On bad days, I feel so guilty because sometimes my toddler is naughty and I'm shouting at him, and I really don't want to shout at him because it feels wrong, and it really affects me to the core when there's shouting around or adverse feelings. So those for me are bad days. So I'm trying as much as possible to be patient. I think as a geriatric mom, I'm more patient probably than I would have been in my youth. I know that I was really, really lacking patience when I was younger. So I think this is a benefit of being a geriatric mom. Also, I'm really surprised that my body is behaving this well at my age after 2 pregnancies that are basically one after the other. And honestly, I didn't think that my body would recover so fast after my 2nd pregnancy, but I think it recovered even faster than after my 1st pregnancy. With Andreas, with my toddler, I was going out for very long walks every day, but having both of them, I can't do that anymore. And my workouts were also longer. Now I'm going for shorter walks, and my workouts are shorter, but I feel stronger. I feel stronger, I feel good, I'm recovering well. Even at 40, yes, I'm recovering well. It's unbelievable, I know. And I didn't think it would happen this way, but it does. And to be honest, I thought when I got pregnant, I thought, okay, I'm gonna gain a bit of weight. I just have to get used to the idea that I'm gonna be a bit chubby from now on. But yeah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I started feeling more of myself after 1 year postpartum with my toddler, so I expect it will happen the same now. And my stomach went more or less back to normal, yeah, after the 1.5 years. Exactly before I got pregnant with him, I was in a very good shape, but I'm almost sure I will regain my shape. At the moment, because I'm on holiday, I'm eating quite a lot, so my fat shedding is a bit on pause at the moment. But that's okay, that's okay. We just go through different phases in life. Sometimes I don't have time to eat as much, and then I feel slimmer. But other times, yeah, I just feel like eating an ice cream like 3 days in a row, as it happened to me the other day, which is crazy for me because I tend to eat quite healthy, although I eat a lot. But again, because I struggle with low thyroid, so I have an underactive thyroid. I'm taking every day thyroxine. Then my metabolism is slower than for normal people, and I'm more tired and I need more sleep. Even now I'm super tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I needed more, and I think it's partly because I've been pushing myself so much lately. I've been exercising a lot, going out for walks, staying up late. Also because I need to help my husband have a shower with his boot. I need to help him get his boot off and then put it back on. Sometimes hold his foot. It was a bit scary in the beginning because he was scared not to move his foot, because if he would move it in a 90 degrees level, then he would need to go through surgery. Yeah, it's this Achilles tendon is quite sensitive, and the recovery is very, very long. But I'm still hopeful that we can go out for a week somewhere locally to have a bit of a break, a bit of a holiday, get away from the daily routine. Fingers crossed. As I've mentioned, my postpartum recovery has been quite easy and smooth, especially this time round, because I've had a normal vaginal delivery, a very easy one, 1 hour labor, and I didn't have any tearing, and the baby was fine as well. So physically, I started basically hovering around the house. Not the day after, because the day after I was in the hospital. The second day after, I started hovering the house, tidying up. So I was fine. I had some bleeding for a couple of weeks, nothing much. But yes, this is what I wanted to mention, that my recovery has been so easy because I've had a normal vaginal delivery. My first postpartum recovery was a bit slower because I had the episiotomy, which took a bit of time to get better and overcome the pain and being able to move more. This time around I started working out and stretching 2 weeks after giving birth, and the first time around 3 weeks after giving birth, and much lighter than now. But also to mention that I had to build up again my strength after giving birth because I didn't have strength to use the same weight, so I had to go into working out very, very slowly, very gently, which is obviously the sensible thing to do, to try out and see how your body feels before you can push yourself harder. But this time around it felt like it took a very long time for me to gain more strength and be able to use the same weights. Now, however, I'm starting to use heavier weights, so yeah, I definitely feel stronger. Obviously, having a home gym has its limitations, so I don't have many options in terms of weights. So I'm trying to make the most of what I have. My advice is that if you're a mom who wants to work out, you need to have a home gym, a small one. Do body weight exercises, anything, because going to the gym is too much of a mission, especially when you have more than one child. I'm fortunate enough to have this little space that is my gym and my office as well when I work from home, and I'm making the most of it. Let me know in comments what your postpartum experience is, how you feel mentally, physically, how your baby is growing, what is your relationship with your partner, how you manage to split responsibilities, because yeah, this is always a struggle. Do you have mostly bad days, mostly good days? I really want to encourage new moms out there by saying that don't forget that everything is a phase. No matter how hard things may seem at the moment, everything is a phase and things change. Things usually get better with the baby after the 6 weeks period and then after the 3 months period. And yeah, everything just comes and goes. Nothing stays set in stone, and there is light at the end of the tunnel for most of us. I'm gonna leave you here with my playlist on pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, where I currently have my stories on my first birth, my second birth, and what I did to have a smooth pregnancy, birth, and delivery. See you in the next episode, and don't forget to be kind and grateful.